course, the politics that we've talked about.
Yeah.
Joseph, do you think there's an understanding from teachers what this means? That if previously they were using social media for certain things, and now this policy comes about that gives a bit of guidance and regulation, do you think there's an understanding across board of what they must or mustn't do?
To be very honest, there is no understanding. That's why from the onset of my conversation was that TSC needs to come clear on that. And also, as we protect the learners, the employer needs to know that also they need to protect the employees. We also look at this social media issue from the parent side. I am in the union and I've seen parents attacking teachers on social media. I've seen them attacking teachers on Facebook, and they put all these allegations. And from that level, sometimes you see maybe the employer is very quick to try and look at the issues that have been raised, and maybe you find at the process sometimes the teacher is victimized, and sometimes you find it is not something that should be legit. So the employer must be very keen to ensure that this policy is well developed and the participation is well done, so that you find that the teachers are now able to understand that doing this and the limitations in social media in creating content, whether it's what the HR has said about monetization, which our teachers are doing for the likes and views, and it's agreed, and also for the improving of the teaching learning process in the class. So both should be given guidelines so that the teacher does not go beyond. On that, TSC is doing perfect, but the more participation and more clearer communication, so that teachers are able to know at what limit should they go. Currently, they don't know.
What's the limit?
What's the limit?
Yes.
The limit is as far as the content to the learner is right. The limit is as far as the exposure or breach of data of the learner is protected, right? The limit is as far as the law is obeyed.
Okay.
As long as we do that, we will all be peaceful. I get from my colleague that probably what may not be there is the understanding of the larger teachers, because again, sometimes when it is opened at the onset, as I said earlier, social media moves faster than even our own development of policies and regulations. That's a fact for us. But then it is important as an employer to sound the warning alert. I agree, we have instances where parents have harassed teachers, and there are instances where the commission has taken action. And we have those records in place, because our intention is to protect the teacher. And remember, when we register a teacher, we register teacher to teacher across the country. So where we see attempts to mobilize parents, to mobilize the community in social media, we also come in very strongly. And that is something that we have done. But then, as you said, the limit has to be in as far as the data protection of the learner, of the teacher, data privacy of the learner, of the teacher is concerned, in as far as you don't use it to harass people, in as far as you don't use it to preach your political stand, in as far as you don't use it to blackmail, So that boundary